This is Spoken by Elswyth, a femdom hypnosis podcast, Season 4. Welcome to today's episode, which is all about the irresistible things that men do. Now, today's episode is pretty lighthearted. I found this list of 30 things, and obviously it's not really catering to the femdom relationship, but it just says these are things that men do that are irresistible. I often find when I'm writing certain sessions, especially the ones along the Sabrielle storyline, it requires that I actually do some deeper thinking about what I find attractive. And as you know, there are so many things that are little and we don't really notice them after a while. So I think that's why this particular list, it caught my eye. It was a nice way to dig into my own head and be like, do I like that? Is this why the guy at the coffee shop was so damn sexy? That kind of thing. Oh, and on a different note, since returning from holiday and playing, catching back up on my actual work, I still have yet to hit the lottery. I don't play it. And as well as writing some of these new ideas that came to me while away, I just have to give up on my email inbox. So you probably noticed a flurry of responses through the Patreon messages. I'm doing all right there, but for email, I love you all. I just can't wade through that and still do new stuff. So if it's something pressing, urgent, then of course send it again. Feel free to send a Patreon message, whichever works for you. But that's it. I want to create new stuff, and I read so many of the messages, but while being away, if you've been a follower of mine, you know that I hate typing with my thumbs. I don't usually answer stuff on my phone. So that's that. Full disclaimer. Okay, now, other thing, you're gonna hear me scrolling more than likely. Consider it to be a feature and not a bug. Don't blame it on my poor sound guy. It's me. I don't feel like trying to edit myself and pausing as we go. So, with no further ado, number 1. Steering the wheel with just 2 fingers. No. I fucking hate this. I am the type of person that can get car sick, and if somebody's just doing the one-handed barely driving thing, unless we're in Iowa going through fields, not literally going through fields, but still on the road, no, that's a big old no-no. I hate that. And actually, I prefer to drive. Okay, number 2 is driving with an elbow out an open window. No. For the same reason as number 1, no. Number 3 is putting your hand on the small of my back and guiding me to my seat. Yeah, I'm a sucker for this one. I like touch, and I really like that old-fashioned kind of thing. Works for me. You could also put it on my ass. I'm really kind of low-key about that, especially while walking out and about with, somebody I've been with for a while. If you just met me, don't do that. That's rude. Okay, number 4 is placing a hand just above my knee at the bar. This depends on context. You would likely need to ask even discreetly, first. I would like asking on that. And I say, I would like, but we both know that means you have to ask. Okay, let's see. Ooh. Extending an arm against the back of my chair. Yeah, I like that, especially, in a crowd with friends hanging out. It's a good one. Wrapping an arm around my waist. Yeah, and unlike the, hand on the thigh, you can usually get away with that without asking. Okay. I don't know if I like this or not. I don't think I've seen someone do it. So, if you are a guy who does this way, feel free to, set up your phone. You can cut off your head for privacy if you want. And try this. It is taking a shirt off by pulling it over your head with just a thumb and forefinger. Yeah, I don't think I've seen someone do that. Okay, so hey, if you want to try it out and send it to me, I'll let you know if I find that attractive. Well, irresistible, right? 8 is drinking a beer bottle with just 2 fingers. Is that even... Oh yeah, I guess it would be possible, thumb and forefinger. I don't know. I don't really see people drink out of bottles that often, and I don't think I would be like, ooh, that's great. The other one is taking a wallet out of the front pants pocket. Their reasoning is that you are going to lean back a little and you're going to slide that hand into your pair of jeans. I don't know if I buy that one. Hey, if you want to try it and send it, go for it. This is a no. Rolling a buttoned-up shirt to the elbows. Every freaking politician does this now, right? To be relatable? No, that's a no. The soft eyes gaze. So, the thinking for this one is because the person isn't being dominant and assertive. And so, just using a soft eye gaze, it doesn't come across as staring. Okay, I don't know. I think they're stretching on this one, but but now I'm going to be working this out, right? What is staring and what is gazing? Although in the mistress and submissive guy world, I'm guessing usually the eye contact that gets made is kind of softer. And there's something to be really said for the guy that knows when to drop eye contact and look down. I don't think they're going to cover that. Wearing a nice sweater. Okay, yeah, maybe. I think because I just like things that are cuddly at times. So, if you're wearing your nice soft sweater, you might be more likely to get some hugs and snuggles out of that one. But the truth is, if you're wearing a garter and stockings and come fuck me heels, you're still gonna get attention with that as well. And I know that is not gonna be on this list. We're only on number 13. 13, stretching while standing. Oh. Okay, this is because if you're the guy that has, those muscles going on, especially those V-shaped muscles down by your pelvic area, and God, those are attractive, and you decide to stretch those arms up and your shirt goes up, yeah, I'm gonna look at that, and Yeah, that's irresistible. 14 is offering your coat, and I do love that. I'm very much into scents. Well, good scents. I still remember the first time I met somebody that I'd known online for a while, and then when we met in person, he gave me this big old bear hug, and he was wearing a heavy jacket, well, a heavy coat actually, and I was just basically smothered in affection, which is fine. But I still remember that, mostly because of the cologne. It's just there and it's intense. So, yeah, offering your coat is on that list. 15 is fixing something. Doesn't make you irresistible, just makes you somebody likable. And it's kind of expected. I expect it. Running your fingers through your hair. Nah, I would never notice that. Wearing a plain black t-shirt. Again, I don't think I'm likely to notice that as a good thing. Unless it's one of those that, like a short sleeve t-shirt with the V-neck in front, and you're the kind, you have that body type that can pull it off. I would notice that. And then doing chores. Now, seriously, do you think I find that irresistible? You know, the whole service sub thing? Listening intently. Everybody loves that. Keeping your fingernails short. Now, I do notice this. If you do a very basic, I hesitate to call it a manicure because everybody thinks about going to the salon and getting French tips or something. But if you do the basic grooming on your nails and they're all nice and even, I'm going to notice that and I'm going to like that. It just makes you seem clean, put together, and aware of yourself. You know, hey, I come from a very blue-collar background. My dad is a big, burly biker type. So I do know there are certain professions that don't go hand in hand with, like, perfectly clean, well, clean looking all the time nails and all that. I get that. But you can still make an effort. 21 is doing something romantic, and I'm sorry, that is just basic relationship. Let's see what else we got. Offering up his seat on the train, that to me is awkward. I don't think. I don't know. Maybe if I was in my 80s. Otherwise, to me, at this stage, living in a city, I would find that very strange. Wrapping your arms around her, that goes back to earlier ones, right? Their reasoning is it's showing that you're protective, and it reaches a woman on a deep, primal level. It just feels good to get hugged. Seriously, doesn't it? Holding a puppy. Now really, does this make the man irresistible, or is it just the fact that puppies are irresistible? Or is this the cliche where people always tell you if you want to meet somebody to get a puppy? Maybe it's that. 26 is reading a book. Definitely agree with that. I like seeing someone read. It can be a Kindle, Kobo, whatever. It does not have to be an actual book. But I like seeing someone reading, because there's something very different to that than watching somebody flip, and scroll through their phone, right? It's a quieter activity, a still activity. I will assign books to partners. I will assign reading time to partners. There's just something really good about it, and it's quiet, easy to be around someone who's reading. If you just need to keep them busy for a while so you can do your other stuff, but you don't want them amusing themselves in whatever way, assigning a few chapters is a way to go. And then 27 is cooking, which is a cliche. I do not find it irresistible because honestly, you could go to a cafe, have a curry, call it good. 28, 29, I think they go together-ish. 28 is being passionate about something, and fuck yes, I love this. I've told the story too many times of the guy in the cafe who was gushing to someone about how they thought of them because of this certain movie, this film, and they had actually gone to watch the film just because of the composer of the soundtrack. And while I appreciate soundtracks, I would never think, oh, I need to go see such and such because this person did the music. But their passion for that, even years later now, I still remember it and I love it. And if you have a passion, I love listening to that. I enjoy it so much. You know, when the person's talking and they're all excited and I don't know, it's just really good. It's so good. Especially if somebody's willing to just jump into that and not have to wade through like chit-chat or gossip or politics or whatever else. It's refreshing. It's a great, for me, it is a great way for you to impress me. And the other one was focusing on a task. It just depends on what the task is. But if it is something like learning a piece of music, writing something, I don't know, another creative hobby or whatever, yeah, it's cool. But that just goes back to passions. I love people who have interests. 30 is loosening your necktie. You know what? I actually don't spend a lot of time around people wearing ties who then loosen them. So I can't really comment on that one. So I suppose when you're done taking off your shirt with just your thumb and forefinger, you know, if you want to put on a necktie, ooh, bonus points if it's a tuxedo and that nice little bow tie. I'll get back to you. Film yourself. Let me see it and I'll let you know. I will let you know how that makes me feel. Okay, well, today is just Friday. It may not be Friday when you're hearing this, but I thought this was just kind of a fun way to kick off the weekend. I am working on a few fun new sessions. I've actually recorded one earlier today, so that's why I kind of decided, you know what, for the podcast we'll do something easy and different, and a way for me to quiz you as well on different things. I'm looking forward to seeing how many videos I receive. Have a wonderful day, and if my talk about passions made you feel a little bit uncomfortable or wondering what your passion is, your task today is to list 5 things. No, let's make it 10. This is your task. 5 are passions that you either have or had in your life. So if back in high school, your passion was being the drummer in a local band, write it down. Then, on the other list, you think I'm gonna say, write down 5 things you would like to explore, but that's not it. On the other list, I want you to think of one of your best buddies. Hey, if you need to use a couple of best buddies, go for it. And write down 5 of their passions. If you want to send it to me, go ahead. And your permissive circumstance for today is this. If you regularly take off your shirt with your thumb and forefinger, you have my permission for today.